Hey y'all. So, it's still April. It's still Autistic Wrath Month. And I want to remind everybody that anti-vax rhetoric stems from a hatred of autistic people. It is all about preventing us from existing as we are. And I do mean all autistic people, not just autistic people like me who can talk, but also autistic people who need help with every daily task, autistic people who cannot speak, who cannot advocate for themselves, autistic people that, need 24/7 supervision and care so they don't harm themselves. I mean them just as much as I mean, autistic people who can talk and do some tasks independently. I refuse to use high functioning, low functioning. Those labels are meaningless and ridiculous and dehumanizing. Either they deny needs or they deny humanity, so I don't use those labels. But anti-vax rhetoric stems from a hatred of autistic people. And by putting people who spread that rhetoric into power, Congress and the voters and all them, they're putting public health at risk. But I just want y'all to remember that autistic people have been yelling and screaming about this for decades, ever since Andrew Wakefield spread his nonsense. With the COVID vaccines and everything. But I want you to remember the real root of it is a hatred of autistic people. All right? I say this as someone who was vaccine injured as a baby. Didn't cause by autism. It didn't make me autistic. Okay, I can't take the whooping cough vaccine because I could have seizures for some reason. But I got all my other vaccines because my mom went through all the childhood diseases and she didn't want me to go through it. So now when I hear a baby cough, I have to wonder, is it whooping cough? Or is it just a cold? Or could it be COVID? Because people don't want to vaccinate for COVID either. Like, anti-vax nonsense damages public health. All right? And it's a hatred of autistic people. Period. No matter what anybody tries to claim, it is a hatred of autistic people. So remember that. Anytime you hear an anti-vaxxer spewing nonsense, they hate autistic people. They may not know that's what they're saying, but that is what they say. Period. Autistic people are not a bad result of anything. We're just here. We just exist like everybody else. All right? We're not a bad result. We're not a failure of parenting. We're just genetics that lined up this way. That's it. So stop this anti-vax nonsense, you guys. Come on. Get a brain.